and you can start.
Good evening, all. I'm Priya Ganapathy, and welcome to Manojagriti Mental Health Awareness May series. Today, my topic, as you can see, is time management for a peaceful mind. So, let's start with a small story. This is a very popular story wherein Lazy Mohan, as he was called in his village, he was always complaining that he didn't get a chance, he is not lucky, and he is unable to get any good fortune for himself. So one day the king hears about him, about his infamous name, and tries to give him a chance. He says, "Come to our treasury, get all the wealth you want, and you can get away before sunset." So Rohan is overwhelmed and happy about the chance he's been given. And he tries to start from his house. But as he comes home and tells his wife about the good fortune that he has received, or good luck he has received, he says, "Okay, now I'm going to go to the palace treasury and get as much wealth as I want. But before that, I'm feeling slightly hungry. Can you give me some food? So after food, I might start better with more energy and more I can bundle up more amount of wealth." So he eats, then he feels it's just 11 o'clock. Okay, let me just sit for some time. I'll have a nap and I can go. I'll reach in 10-15 minutes to the palace gates and I can always be there. So he naps. The nap extends to noon. And as he wakes up, it's just 12:31. He says, "Okay, let me now start." He starts, and on the way, he sees a lot of people. He brags about his good fortune. Then he sees some road play. Eventually, he tries to reach the 20-minute walk in like what, 1 hour. And then again, he tries and says, "Okay, let me sleep for some time. Anyway, I have till sunset." So he sleeps for some time, and then while he wakes up, it's already 5:30 or so. And he says, "Okay, now I'll walk down to the gates." But as he walks down to the gate, the gates are being shut down by the guards. He tries to push them away and says, "No, no, no, this is king's orders. I have to get in." But the guards refuse. They say, "No, you cannot get in. It's sunset." So the misfortune or the thing that he did for himself, this is what is today we are going to talk about. The time management or time mismanagement, as we can say, he couldn't prioritize. So from this, can you all put in the chat box about what did we learn from this? You can all type it in the chat box. I would like to see that. Yes, time is wealth, actually. So here we can also see that once that time passes, he cannot get back that sunrise to sunset time, what he got. So when we prioritize, we try to succeed and distractions can be avoided. So with this, I'll end the story, but then the gates that closed for him is the time that has closed for him. So this can be also put it up as an analogy that I have put here. It's a bank. Our nature gives us a bank of 86,400 seconds, which is like 24 hours in a day. So what happens when these 24 hours come? We have to be productive and we have to be very, very careful about our joys, our meanings, our work, our prioritizations, because this bank will shut down by year end, by the 24-hour midnight, and we won't get that back. We won't have any balance left as we put our money and we see the balance the next day. The bank of time doesn't hold on to your saved time. That is, you cannot save your time for the next day. That day is gone. Like the hourglass, wherein the bottom fills up, but then you cannot bring back that sand backwards. It will go forward again. Again, you have to reverse, which is a new hourglass, which we will see. Here is one more analogy or one more explanation for what I was telling, like how valuable is time. For a year, 1 year, it's the student who has failed their exam has to repeat the grade, which is a very, very crucial thing for the student. 1 month, when it's a premature baby, she has to see her child so carefully because she has given birth to the child 1 month before. 1 week, that online magazine or any book for that matter, that weekly magazine, once it comes out, they cannot rectify it. It is the one thing that they have to publish it really well. 1 hour, 1 hour is something that we miss. Our class, this 1 hour might not come back. Yes, there are more 1 hours to come, but the same 1 hour will not come back to you. 1 minute. See, in Bombay, the minute counts. In any station for that matter, any train or any flight, even minutes matters. Even if you miss it by a minute, the gates are closed. They won't open it for you. The train starts with the green signal. It won't stop for you. 1 second, just a narrow miss, we say. In a second, there is a narrow accident, and that is very precious. That's the value of that 1 second. And 1 millisecond, see, an athlete runs by the timer, the stopwatch, and even a single second miss millisecond miss will result them in getting a bronze or out of that big box that they want to stand on to. So this is the value of time. And with this value of time, can we can we sit for a small activity, which I would like to do with you. Sit comfortably and up straight. Close your eyes. Close your gadgets. And we can sit. Close your eyes. Take small breaths. Small breaths. Slowly inhale and exhale. Focus on this activity now. Inhale, exhale. And slowly come to this activity wherein we are going to do a to-do list. We are going to write a to-do list for tomorrow. Can we all jot down our to-do list for tomorrow? Just I'll give you a few minutes. Write down your to-do list. You don't have to share it, but write down the to-do list for whatever you have planned for tomorrow or for the coming week, whichever list you can make. Yeah, if done, can you please put a thumbs up so we can proceed with this as an activity? Yeah. So, why do we write the to-do list? Why do you need a list for tomorrow? What's the necessity for the list for tomorrow? Can't we just go ahead with whatever we are doing randomly? So, here, this is the necessity for you to do the to-do list. Like you will now categorize or classify, or you will make put your to-do list into these four boxes. Like it is urgent and it is important. Like I cannot miss tomorrow's timeline for that. The second one is urgent. It is important, but it's not so urgent. It is not time bound, rather. It I can give it, I have to give it, but I can give it at a later time of the day. Third is not urgent, but important. Not urgent and not important is the fourth one. So when you will categorize your items, your to-do list into this, please categorize your to-do list into these four. Like any goal for that matter is time bound. You have to have a goal which is time bound. Sometime you have to give it, but some things are, it's okay if you don't do it, or if you can give it to someone else to do it. Like, see, you have to do tomorrow some PPT presentation or anything. It is urgent and important too. The second one is you have to finish this task and send the mail by the end of the day, which is like important, but it is minimal urgency. Third one is it is a task that you can give it to someone else and make it delegate, as in you can delegate it to somebody and you can get it the things done. Fourth one is very trivial and very, very insignificant for anything on your to-do list. Whatever it is, can be just deleted or can be just ignored. So if you have finished this, can you please tell me what did you understand? Put it in the chat box as to what did you understand from this matrix or from this box. Okay. Prioritizing the work, value of time. Yes. How can you prioritize your work, and how can you make it effective use, or how can you effectively use your time of the day with your amount of work that you have. Whatever work that you have, you can prioritize it and you can do it at the day. So moving ahead, these are a few tips or few ways that you can effectively manage your time. So match your task to your rhythm, as in every person has an energy time, high energy time. So, for example, some people are very, very energetic at early in the morning, 5 to 7, they are very productive, or 7 to 9, they are productive, or till 12 in the noon, they are productive. Some people are productive at the end of the day, or as we call it as late nights. They can do more work between 10:30 and 12. So, find the work that you can do, find the times that you can do your work and block your most important and most urgent work to that time. See, today morning, afternoon, you have to submit the presentation. You can't push it to the night, to tonight. You have to finish it the previous night if you are a night person. Or early birds can do it early in the morning. Then time blocking. So when you do similar works, like you, for example, when we take up a kitchen job, you can finish that kind of work, like the kitchen work and the laundry work at the same time, so that it will not be chaotic. It won't go throughout the day, or you might forget to do that. Those things won't happen. So for tomorrow you wrote the list for today. You can see and you can recheck your to-do list by the end of the day and see late night anxiety doesn't prevail, or we don't say, "Arey, ye maine khatam nahi kiya. This is not done yet. I should have written it down. I forgot, or I couldn't find time to do this." That won't happen, or we forgot generally with all the things that we have in our mind or at our hands. So these are a few. So now schedule your me time or block some time in the day in your to-do list for your own health, your own mental health, physical health, or your family, exercise, hobbies, and anything apart from your work meetings. Yes, it is difficult, but try to find some time for yourself and your family. Each day, every day, the family priorities cannot be shifted to weekends as we do most of the time, or many of them do. I won't say all of us, but yeah, many of us do that to the weekend. So digital detox, which means you keep your uh, the reels, posts, shorts can be done as the most not important. Or if you are a digital marketing person, that is your job. You cannot postpone your Instagram posts, but then that is your job. So that work comes as a priority. But instead, general binging, general scrolling can be avoided during these high times. Real time breaks is a mindful rest. The first activity that we did can be used as a real time break, which you sit comfortably and you take deep breaths before going to the next task, which will be easier for you to focus on the next upcoming tasks. If you are overwhelmed, अरे यार इतना काम बाकी है, today I have to yelagunin finish cheyali. Unnecessary when you're overwhelmed, don't worry about the whole day's task. You just make a small start. Okay, I'll do this, then I will think about the evening schedules or meetings. Let me finish this meeting, let me finish this presentation, and then I'll worry about the evening project. Take small start, make small chunks out of your to-do list and do it. So, can I have some sharings from your personal experiences, please? Personally, how do you feel? How do you do your detox? Yes, exactly. Okay. Giving SQL for work in order. Okay. How do you do your break times, and how do you take your big job without trying to get anxious? Or yes, you are anxious, but still you are able to manage. How do you do that? Can we type? Okay. Okay. Listening to music. Yes, that can happen. Yeah. Keeping a calm mindset. Yes. Many a times we are able to, sometimes we are unable to. Yes, that we can manage ourselves. Saying that, okay, yesterday I finished. I think I can finish it today also. Okay. So before going to the next slide, I would like let's do a small activity again. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, take normal breaths, focus on your breathing, relax your eyes, relax your jaws, feel your shoulders relaxed, your feet is on the floor, flat on the floor. Relax, relax your body, focus on the relaxation, focus on your breathing, on what you're doing right now. Rub your palms, put it on your eyes, and we are ready for the next slide. So, in our generation, or rather the uh, before Gen Z, Gen Y, Gen X, or boomers, whatever they call us now, we had priorities, we had tasks, and we had some commitments, as in we have certain financial commitments. Most of us had financial commitments when we were coming to the job, and you had parents to be taken care of, financially, physically support them. But now, I won't say but now, most of the kids now, many kids now, they don't have that financial responsibility. How do they find their mental peace? Because the same running was, our goal was to put square meals, our parents' goal was to put square meals on the table for us, for them, and for the previous generation. So their stress, their time management was different. Today's generation, they are very fast. Can you just tell me how are they finding their mental peace? Or how, as now we are pacing towards the Gen Z, we are trying to catch up with Gen Zs. How are we trying to find our mental peace? As it comes, yes. We enjoy life as it comes, yes. How much time are you giving for your well-being? Your well-being is your physical health, your mental health, your family time. Yeah. just running after unreal temporary. Yeah, that is what people are doing. But then I'm asking you, how do you get your mental peace there? How do they try to get, if you have seen anybody, or how do you get your mental peace? And how much time are we spending for our physical exercise, for our daily pranayams? Exactly, our family gives us strength. Yes. Mental, how do you do your physical health? How do you do your well-being, as in your physical health? Yes, acceptance. So when we have our me time can be just sitting, try to do nothing for that 10 minutes. Me time is creating a hobby for yourself. Me time is finding some good work or any voluntary work or anything for that matter. Change of work can be your me time. So these are the things when you have your mental and physical health. These are the things that will help you. You control your calendar with exercise, nutritious meals, which we are trying to put up. It will help us from exhaustions. When time blocking allows you to do work without digital distractions, it will improve your output and it will take you towards your mental clarity. It will help you meet goals in career, and high quality work will take you towards career progression and reputation, obviously. And in personal life, when you stay assertive and prioritize your work and get your me time every day. Like the other day, my friend and I, we were discussing that we have accepted, many of them, my friends, they have accepted that we cannot go out of the house even for a small walk or just to see around and come back. So as friends, we decided that we don't have any work outside. We will not, but we will not sit with the phone or tabs, and we will step out, be it for half an hour, to go out, go to a temple or go to any place where you like. Just spend some time or go to the shop. Just look around. Go on the road and see people. Go to the park, sit there for some time and come back. That's your me time. Pursuing your hobbies, travel, and simply relax. What I said was simply doing nothing is very difficult when you have time crunched on you. You have a lot of responsibilities. So try to find your me time, which will really, really help you on your time management. But the thing is, when you are doing the prioritizing and doing the list according to the to-do list and according to the matrix, you sometimes people tend to get anxious. Oh, I didn't finish these things. I thought I have to finish this. I haven't finished these things in the priority list, in the to-do list. Getting anxious is very, very common. But at the same time, when we are trying to do our to-do list and put it in the equal boxes, we will be able to do justice to all the boxes most of the time, unless it's any unforeseen circumstance or any emergency that comes out that we have to totally shut down that to-do list. But otherwise, can you tell me how many of you can follow the to-do list? Can you follow the to-do list from today on? Or maybe you're already following a to-do list and making any changes in yourself and you are having a mental to-do list. Most of us will have a mental to-do list as we wake up in the morning, because and or by going to sleep, before going to sleep at night. How many of you do that already? 80% we do. Can others also put up in the chat box? I see so many participants, but I'm not seeing anybody typing. Can we please get it on the chat box? I know we usually try to follow the list, but halfway through we get stressed and we are like, okay, let it be. We'll do whatever is important and whatever is available now. Whatever is available now, let me just finish it and done with the day. I'm done with the day. Sometimes that happens. You get overwhelmed. You get anxious about, okay, let me not do this. Let me not do this. Okay, oh, it's too much for me. Let's just leave it at that. That's how we feel by the end of the day. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes we do that. We'll do it next day. Yes, that can happen with whatever is unimportant, and you can delegate it or you can do it the next day. Yes, absolutely, yes. But sometimes we also feel that, okay, this PPT can be done tomorrow, so let me finish the presentation. If we start well in advance, yes, we can do that always. If you have any work which has time, it has considerable amount of time and you have already started it, yes, that can happen. Absolutely, yes, we can do. But some things are there that, okay, if we push it to the next day, absolutely, yes. So now let me put it, even before I go to this task, we'll sit comfortably again and we will try to focus on what is my next priority of tasks that I have in my to-do list for today. So close your eyes again. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Focus on the sentence. What is my priority in the upcoming tasks or tomorrow's to-do list? What is the most important thing that I have to do What is the most important thing that I have to finish? What is the most important thing that I have to finish? Relax, breathe, breathe, inhale, exhale, slowly come back to the slide. And this is our next task. For me, today, the most important task was to get my slides uh, to align with the webinar today. And that was the only focus that I was having. But I had a plan from yesterday that these are the things I'm going to do for today. And this plan worked out really well for me. So my most important task, that is the most biggest rocks that we will have here, is or was my PPTs. Then the small pebbles, like moderately important tasks, were my daily routines. And the sand was something that I can push for tomorrow, that can be waiting for me tomorrow. Yes, I know that will become rocks tomorrow, but yeah, today these are not my rocks. So when we first put the big rocks first, it will take up the place. So our brain, this jar is our brain, and that brain will take up the most important task as a big thing. The small things are moderately important tasks, and the fine sand is unimportant task. But when we fill our brain first with unimportant things, like when if I in the morning I get up and I start filling my things that अरे वे कॉल చేయాలి, इसको कॉल करना है, उसको ऐसे ही बात करना है, अरे उससे बात करके बहुत दिन हो गया, अरे आज बात करेंगे उससे. All these things fill up. This can wait for tomorrow. I can finish. I can wait for tomorrow. If I fill that up, then moderately important task, my daily routine will come. Then where is my time for the PPTs that I have to present today? That remains. That will remain back. So our brain, the big jar, has to be filled with the most important tasks, the big rocks, then the moderately important tasks, which are the small stones or pebbles, and the most unimportant, or as you said, I can do it tomorrow, as sand. So can we fill our jar of life? Can you please make a jar and fill your important tasks and write your important, little urgent and important, urgent or not important, and then not at all important things in that jar? Please do it as an activity and let me know how did you do it, or how could you rearrange your brain, your jar of life. Just make a small jar and put your pebbles, like write it in a small bit, little things in that big jar about, make a big circle and write your most important tasks. Make a smaller circle and write your not very important, or it is moderately important. And then a little smaller, even more smaller circles to write your most unimportant, or it can be avoided tasks. Awesome. This is the best thing I got. Health, responsibility, our needs, and self improvement. Yes, our health comes as a big rock. Yes, once our health is a big rock filled, then all the other things are falling in place. The rocks, the sand, everything will have time. Our health, our mental health, our physical health has to be the big rock of our life, in our jar of life. Yes, exactly. Hope for tomorrow. Exactly. The hope for tomorrow has always, we have a hope for tomorrow that tomorrow morning will be a brighter and a better day for me than each day. It will be a brighter day. It will be a better day. And it will be a nice day for me, for my self love, for taking care of my family better, to make our responsibilities better, everything. And of course, our family members matter, our job matters. So, when we do this prioritization, this to do list, this time management, everything, yes. If you remember, there was a slide. There are disadvantages of time management, but the disadvantage is when you don't follow your time management list, or you get very anxious when you don't finish your time management list. Yeah, today you couldn't finish it, but you could finish most of them. You could finish most of them. Yeah, but yes, the anxiety will be there. I couldn't finish these three, four things in my list. But you have finished eight things in your list. For example, in a 10 dotted list, you are able to finish seven. So we have to pat ourselves in our back for that seven things that we have finished. That will help us to be motivated and give us hope for tomorrow to follow that to do list. Keep ourselves motivated to follow the to do list. When this time management falls and our discipline is there to consistently follow this, to follow the time, manage our time, and consistently do this time management in our life, obviously we will have time for everything. We have time for all the things. When you prioritize, even if you need not write down your list, to do list, you just make a list in your mind. But when we tend to forget often, it's better to write it down. So when you write down your to-do list and you are trying to do it in a very positive and consistent way, it will always give you peace of mind, which is also a success. When you get a peace of mind, that is also a success. Yes, being optimistic also help us to move forward, that yeah, I can do it tomorrow and I will try to follow most of it tomorrow. That hope that we create for ourselves will help us keep ourselves motivated and manage our time better each day. Can you please uh, can you please type in the chat box about what is your motivation to keep yourself going ahead with your prioritizations? I want everyone to type. I would like to see more typings. Exactly, things which make me happy first. Yes, absolutely, yes. For some, it may be sending the previous day's mails. For some, maybe cooking a good meal. For some, doing yoga in the morning. For some, it might be having a peaceful cup of coffee in your own kitchen or in your place. Or reading that newspaper also gives peace of mind or happiness first thing in the mornings. So each one's happy first is different. Each person's happy first is different. And each person's work is different. And everyone's happiness of time management, or I start my to-do list and I finish 3 tasks today. I'll be happy. That happiness is very subjective. I'll be happy with just 3 tasks to be finished today because I started with the to-do list today. So 3 tasks out of 7 is a big achievement for me, wherein I was very disorganized and not prioritizing my work. So time cannot be saved for later. It can only be spent wisely and smartly. Like we have to spend each second, each millisecond of our day smartly because that time doesn't come back. Can you also mention your mantra for this? Yes, exactly. Self-happiness with calm mind to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Absolutely, yes. That is also a happiness when we avoid unnecessary conflicts. Awesome. When you know your strengths and weakness, when you know all your strengths and weakness, you try to put them into use in your daily life will be the best thing that you can see in yourself. Along with this way that you prioritize your work will help you a lot. Absolutely, yes. Avoiding conflict saves a lot of time, mental peace. So I would like to open the chat box for exactly self-validate is my mantra. Okay. It is Q&A time. The regulars of the webinar would know this is the Q&A time. You can ask your questions in the chat box. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ramesh, sir. Any questions or anything that you want to ask, we can do that. Okay. So I would like to conclude with yes, sir. I'm unable to hear any of you. Is it like I'm unable to hear or you're
Ma'am, it's blank slide you are showing.
okay? Okay. So I would like to share my journey with Manojagrati. My journey with Manojagrati started when the corona started. 2020 was my first association with Dr. Geeta ma'am. Even before that, I used to stay very close to Geeta ma'am's old center. I used to see the board and I was very, very motivated to join her somehow. This board attracted me. But the thing is, I didn't know how. Then my friends, they joined MA psychology even before me. And they said, we want a counseling center for internship. That's when I said, oh, yahan ek hai, you can always go there and so yeah, I think Ramesh sir has some questions. Practical thinking and tension. Yes, time management when you are tensed or there is something going on in your work, something going on as a issue in your workplace or at home. Time management can be effective when you keep your peace in your mind. As in, with your the techniques that you use that we did today will help you calm your mind, focus on what you have to do now. What are the things that you would like to prioritize, whether it's office thing or your home place, whatever is happening. Your calm mind will help you think and focus for a good solution, sir. It will help you, it will guide you through your solution. It will help you and guide you through your sessions. Like, as in, it will help you to make a informed decision about yourself and your thoughts. Now, continuing with my journey with Manojagriti. So I told my friends that this is, yes, actually unnecessary arguments you avoid, but it cannot be going out of the situation, but trying to get to a peaceful ending or a peaceful positive ending into the arguments. That will help you. Yes, sir. Yes, we have to. Sometimes we have to argue, sir. There is no chance. So that time your to-do list won't help you. To-do list won't help you. You have to prioritize on whatever is the urgency of the situation. You have to prioritize. Yes. And then continuing with my journey with ma'am, I started as a Sneha internship student and I gave my best. I tried to learn a lot from ma'am, from the internship program that was the first online program that we joined after the corona started. So we were the first online batch, wherein the IGNU also gave us some leash, some loose end so that we could do it online. So that's when I started and I continued my journey as a Sahaya student, wherein ma'am said one beautiful sentence and I am holding on to that till now. And every webinar, every video call, or every class, I say this. She said, you hold my hand and I'll take you. So I'm still holding her hand and she is taking me with a lot of information, lot of valuable learnings, and a lot of subject matters that I'm learning. Yeah, now I am with Sahaya I am growing with Sahaya, with Sneha students. It's almost what 6 years now, and I'm so happy for the association with ma'am and other mentors and counselors in the. Seen so many counselors. I have worked with them, senior counselors like Aruna ma'am and Saroja ma'am, Vijay Lakshmi ma'am, and Veera sir, and all those people. So it is a great opportunity that Dr. Geeta ma'am has given me. Time and again, she keeps giving me opportunities. During my most low times, she has held my hand, and we can never forget. I can never forget that kind of empathy and she support that she shows. And Mano Jagrati, of course, I have been with them for all the webinars, most of the annual events, and I'm fortunate to be a part of Mano Jagrati, and I'll continue to be a part of Mano Jagrati. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Priya
you.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Priya ma'am. Your Manojagrati journey is really inspirational to all of us.
Thank you.
Good luck, ma'am. And thank you for today's insightful session, ma'am. And today we explored time management for peaceful mind, which is essential for everyone. I mean, for every walk of life, every phase, every aspect of life. I really love that I understood the importance of prioritizing, and taking mindful breaks is again really a key takeaway. And then doing to-do list is again it's a healthy way of managing time. That's what I learned today. And setting healthy boundaries, which makes really a big difference. And thank you so much, ma'am. And I really love the jar of life technique. So yes. So similarly, I'd also love to hear from you all any uh, takeaways you'd love to share with us today in this session. Please, you can unmute yourself and you can speak. Anybody like to share their takeaways? Please
Yes, ma'am.
unmute. Yeah.
Yes. Priya ma'am, thank you very much for the session. I like the Rohan story, ma'am.
Yeah,
And
that
the
is
gate, that picture of gate gives clearly that once the time is over, it's over.
it's over. Yes,
There
that
is no
gate
chance
also.
for
I
that.
got that gate, and I myself I didn't find that to be so much so effective. As I put it in the slide, and I started going through the slide, I found that to be very effective. Actually, that was very strong message.
Yes, really. Thank you, ma'am, for the
Thank you so much. Thank you
session.
so much for the opportunity. Yeah, thank you. I think Lakshmi.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. It was a very nice interactive session actually, but I couldn't chat in the chat box. But starting from the story, that whenever mostly we postpone, we can do it afterwards. We can do it afterwards, okay? And that is the main thing. I also do it so many times. And your first story itself hit me. Actually, I thought, oh my God, that should not be done. And
Yeah, that was a
yeah.
learning for me also. Actually speaking.
Yes, sure. So I felt yes, okay, no, I should not do that because once when the opportunity has gone, then we can't regain it. So yeah, and the time is also, as you told that quote, where time can't be saved; it can be spent wisely. That was a very nice quote, and it was so impressive. So thank you so much. And again, the jar, that time jar, no, we can prioritize which one is as health is the main thing. If health is there, everything is there, and so that should be the main big task that we have to prioritize towards it, and then the family and everything. So all those activities and the you are making us to come in the present through your breathing techniques. So uh, everything was very useful and very so thanks a lot. It was a very wonderful session.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anybody else who would like to share anything? Uh, So if not, Priya ma'am, shall we conclude the session, ma'am? Yeah. So would you like to formally conclude the session, ma'am?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
No, would you like to formally conclude the session?
Yeah, I would like to conclude the session for time management for a peaceful mind with the quote that use your time wisely, spend your time wisely, because once spent, you cannot get your time back. Many things we regret later that, oh, I should have done this at this time. That regret is not for life. It is for life. So that is not good for our life. So happy evening and have a great time with your time. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Priya ma'am. Looking forward to see you all again tomorrow in the evening. Thank you once again, ma'am.